How's it going? Let's see. I think I'm keeping this guy silhouetted in the front, and I'm going to have to skinny these up a little bit. A little bit too thick. Hey, buddy, how you doing? I guess we'll never know without the description, right? Just have to muddle through somehow. I tell you though, I get tired every once in a while of being like, okay, is this title going to make somebody want to click on it, or does it matter? Because and you know the answer to that one's always no, but it doesn't stop me from still thinking it, you know. So it's nice to just kind of throw in the towel right at the outset every once in a while. So yeah, so like you and Montoya were not aware that Savage Dragon had degenerated into porn, eh? Because that's like its main reputation now. every once in a while, like I would still do the odd Eric Larson book up until recently, and I still get commenters just like who aren't really listening to the thing, just being like, dude, why are you talking about Savage Dragon? That book's fucking gross. And it's like, well, not back here, it wasn't. Yeah, and I mean, like, I don't remember the guy who's he was kind of not exactly defending Eric Larson in the thing, but it sounded like he anyway, and he was saying that like he was doing like raunchy humor back in pretty early in the series, which I think was true, but like it's gotten to the point now where it's I think okay said a bunch, whereas like there's like a Spire lady, only she doesn't shoot it out of her wrists, she shoots it out of her coot. I don't know who that other person was that he referenced. And I think the reasoning for that is, well, that's where spiders shoot it from. It's, in their abdomen. It's like, okay. You understand this is why you have a circulation of 3,000 now and not 80? Because you got to figure about what Dragon would be doing if it had stayed kind of respectable. I mean, I guess it's just not Eric Larson's thing, but yeah. And I don't know. He seems to get kind of hung up on that kind of thing. It's like, well, this, so I have to show it exactly like. It's like you don't have to do that at all. But again, like I said, he seems to get hung up on it. So I mean, he can say like, "Hey, I made my comic and I didn't, make any kind of concessions or anything for anybody." And it's like, okay, cool. I don't know. I mean, you could have had Dragon like hailed as like this. I don't know, this really interesting, like long-standing, just straight-up action superhero comic. But that didn't seem to be what he wanted to do. That was totally what I thought it was too, up until recently. Yeah, exactly. The dude can do whatever he wants, particularly when he doesn't have much of an audience. Like he can, it doesn't matter what you put out there at this point. I was thinking today, next time I get an order, what I should do is put in like one of the more recent issues of Savage Dragon. I cannot, I should say, put a revisit up on YouTube because that will just get banned. But maybe what I can do is put a copy up on the Patreon and link it, like in the Discord or something. That's all right. I mean, now it's just you and me. So like, if you take off, it's like, oh well, I'm drawing in silence. Such is the way of things. That's how it goes sometimes. Yeah, I mean, it would be the same thing where I would keep it private or unlisted, and then you'd only be able to see it if you had the link. because like I said, I can't put it on just on the regular channel. So yeah, it's an idea anyway. It'll be a few months out anyway, because I got to wait for a while before I can place another order. But yeah, like with Larson himself, like I do totally admire like what he's done with it in terms of, you know, he's the only guy from Image who was actually dedicated to making comics. You can't say he didn't make exactly the comic he wanted to make. Yeah, thanks, man. I do like how that turned out. I wasn't for sure how it was going to look because there's no outline at all around it. And it's just been a while since I've drawn anything that looked like that. It's like, oh yeah, that looks just how things tend to naturally look. Yeah, it's pretty good. Well, no, that Eric was the third guy involved in Image Comics, from what I understand. I think OK went over it a little bit when in that video that he talked about it. But the very first Image meeting was Jim Valentino, Rob Liefeld, and Eric Larson. And I think it was Eric Larson in part because he knew Dave Olbrich, who was the guy behind Malibu at the time. They just kind of lucked out that Eric was the guy who was going to stick around and make real comics. I don't think that was anybody's concern, regardless, though. You know? Well, he was probably looking at it from, yeah, just like I can get out from under the whole studio thing. The big two. No, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to draw their characters anymore. I don't think he ever was really interested in drawing Spider-Man that much. It's more that Todd was interested in drawing Spider-Man, and he kept getting recommendations from Todd to the editors to like, hey, you should take this guy as my replacement guy. It's like, okay, sure. But I mean, I'm sure that he had an idea of what it was going to be. Like the first time they did a meeting, and like Todd started mouthing off, and Rob just kind of went going, "It's going to be so great, guys," over and over again, and or whatever happened, you know. And Val trying to be like reasonable and shit, and people going, "Who the fuck are you?" I know, that's my guess. Hey, okay, how you doing, buddy? I guess I was just kind of giving my supposition on what happened in the very first image meetings. Yeah. Well, no, he didn't want to know what it was. I don't think he wanted to know what was going on with the rest of the image. Just like, I don't care. You guys do your thing. Leave me out of it. I'm just going to draw mine. We can do team ups or stuff if you like. That's cool. Team ups are fun comic-y stuff. Just nothing where I have to depend on you or you have to depend on me. Okay? Sounds good. Not after the first couple of months, anyway. I've noticed a bit of that too with sleep deprivation. That I sleep less now. Not that I need less sleep. I just don't sleep as much. So it's like after 5-6 hours is okay, well, I'm up. You can lay here all you want, but you're not getting back to sleep. Except maybe the odd time when you get back to sleep and it'll be so then you get a total of like 10 hours and you'll feel like shit either way. Hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy? All right. I'm sorry about your picture quality there, Green. I'd help you if I could. It sounds good. But yeah, let us know what you're bidding on there, Mark. Or do you even know? Is it just like I throw in $1 and hopefully I get something? It's like, is it a pin? Is it issue 13 of Alf? Who knows? Always Alf. Or at least it would be if George Perez had any say. Okay. Shit, well, that sounds like fun. If I had any money, I would go for that at the moment. You have to keep an eye out for that next time. And yeah, I've thought about Kickstarters and oh yeah, there's a comment in there. Oh, you were the guy. Okay, you were the guy who asked about the Kickstarter and all that. Yeah, I thought about it. And hey, by the way, thanks for joining us. It just hasn't happened yet. I'm going to be aloof and say I don't know why, and not because I'm scared to try new things. You know. Pretty sure that's about how that goes. It seems to be the best way for independence to go. I mean, latching on to a mid-tier or low-tier publisher doesn't seem to really get you much further than doing a Kickstarter. It doesn't get you any more exposure. It maybe gets your printing costs covered, but it just as likely, you know, they scam you. So it's like, yeah, you know, it's not an improvement, so why not just go with the Indiegogo route? What character looks like Doomsday? Which character does he look? He looks like Doomsday? I don't think he does. He just kind of looks like a dragon-y dude. Yeah, exactly. Way too thin to be Doomsday. He's keto Doomsday. At best. You know, actual Doomsday is all about carbs and protein, rather. Hip comic. I've never heard of Hip comic. Okay, I'll have to take a look at that. Yeah, this thing's running out. Ah, drag. You are still taking time to dry, aren't you? Seems like a little sloppy today on this. Yeah, go for it, man. I mean, I did it for some reason people watch. So I mean, it blows my fucking mind. By all means, give it a shot. Yeah, that looks all right, I think. There hasn't been any drool yet on this. While there's drool on this, okay, I got to give you that. That's true. All right, so I'm not sure if there's a pattern to this I'm drawing or not, so we'll find out when I color it in, I think. And hey, Matthew, I don't think I saw you come in before earlier. Well, yeah, this camera sucks at 144 fucking P, man. That ain't on me. Sorry. And thanks, Matthew. Oh, that sounds like interesting. Do the posted method and then publish the post-its. These are all black, I think. Seems about right. That is a choice that you can make, absolutely. I have considered, because I know, like, you know, as far as I can tell, the best way to get a 1080p picture on for when you're drawing is to use your phone. That's it. Consumer grade cameras, you know, unless you want to shell out, you're not going to get above like you're not going to get a super high def picture unless you just use your phone. That's why the revisits tend to be clearer than the live streams. I haven't been doing them because you have to do them vertical. Like you got to do just like where you're just getting like the middle third of the screen. I think I tried turning it on its end, it didn't work. I was like, oh, fuck that. I think I'm tossing this Tombow now. It's always exciting. Break out the next one. It'd be nice if I found out that there was a bunch of soft tips in here, or no, hard tips. I've got the soft tips. It's been a while since I've used one. I've got literally dozens of these soft tips, and it's like, yeah, no, these are cool. I kind of want to try the other ones again, though. Well, I mean, if I'm doing a vertical phone shot, so that feels very smooth already. Not even draw anything with it yet. It feels smooth. Excellent. Feels like it's been a while since I had one of these. Been milking the ones I had for a while. Okay. Oh, what I was saying, wait, if I'm doing the phone thing and I'm doing a double page splash, you're only seeing like a quarter of it at best. Unless I back it way the fuck up from my desk, and that's not really going to happen, I don't think. No blame, man. It's all just brainstorming. You guys come up with ideas, and I'll shoot them down. That's how we work around here. Yeah, we all have to do. Brainstorm, very nice, very well done. Seth Rogen? I don't know. That seems like it to me. I hope that's not the correct answer. Kind of had enough of Seth Rogen. Oh, Jack Black too. Fuck's sake. Does Zach Galifianakis have like a recognizable voice, or is it more of a record? Are we just saying beard people right now? Because if so, I'd like to throw my hat in the ring. Oh, is that even? No, that's not really supposed to be like that, huh? Okay. I can yabba dabba doom with the best of them. That was my mid tier yabba dabba doom. For the actual VO, I do it from while jumping from a plane, so that adds a bit to the performance. I'll admit. I'm all about method when I VO my giant rock monsters. I mean, I don't know, because I mean, like he's got gigantic vocal cords, right? Does he not just sound like your average gigantic rock monster? Or does he sound like gravelly Andre the Giant? Or just like yabba dabba doo? Ugh. Okay, that should do. There you go. There you go. We have to take this 100% seriously. He would be completely unable to create sound other than just like crunching noises. That's the most fun way to handle this particular movie. Just ask Zack Snyder. Yeah, well, I mean, Grimdark was its own thing in that. No, I mean, it's Grimdark generally isn't to be enjoyed, right? It's more, it's cool, and it makes me feel ways, or something. I don't know. It's badass. There you go. I don't even know what's a good example of a Grimdark book. Probably think of bad examples, but I didn't usually read them. Like edgelord shit. It's like, yeah, no, nobody likes that. Yeah, no, Spawn is a good example. You're right. Which is another comic I just didn't read. I'm not a big fan of edgy stuff. Not really. No. If you're using my comic as an example of that, I mean, if you're basing it off of this page, I can understand why you might think that. Although this is a parody. I tend to make fun of the edgy shit all the time. Or at least I think I do. I don't know how much of it is actually effectively making fun of it, but that's not really it's not for me to decide whether or not it's successful. It's just for me to make the attempt. The screen door is very satisfying. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go that far. The parody of a parody thing. That's seems a little senseless and unnecessary. Yep, I like the way my comics the way I like my lives for sure. And I mean, like, even my it's not. There's elements that are definitely still parody, but it's by no means the big part of it anymore. Now it's just like how awesome can I make it, and still keep the character stupid. That's the most important thing. If I start doing this thing sincerely, then I won't be able to go all out on it anymore. No, by all means, you know. If you have fun with edgy stuff, go for it. I'm not going to say people shouldn't read edgy shit. I'm just going to say I enjoy making fun of that shit. Old and cheap, yeah, exactly. I'm a fan of that one. You'll notice I almost never do reviews of, like, you know, big, like, monumental books, and the reason for that is because those books tend to be expensive, and I'm not spending that kind of money on fucking comics. Let's just add a few more. No, I am not planning on getting a CGC book. When I got Infinity Gauntlet #1, I think it was like a 7.5, and or like it might have even been an 8, just because that was like the cheapest they had that wasn't like very good. That was still above very good. And it's like, fuck, this better not be CGC graded. And then I gotta like jailbreak it out of the fucking case, because I will. Oh fuck. Okay. $50 for that, for the Janet Jackson Gen 13 #1 is a fucking steal, so that's totally okay. I'm pretty sure that goes for hundreds these days. I did look up how do you bust out a CGC graded comic, and so I know how to do that now theoretically, without hopefully without damaging the comic too much. Hopefully, we'll never have to find out. No, I hate it. I mean, like the whole idea of locking a comic away so you can't fucking read it anymore. It's like that seems horrible to me. You know, put it in a bag and board. tape it up if you want, and then however it goes is however it goes. Maybe you'll get lucky and it'll last okay. Maybe you won't be and it won't. But I mean, worst comes to worst, you can still read it if you want. For getting a CGC out, no, an X-Acto blade is. And like, by the sound of it, a good 45 minutes of slowly bending the plastic. All right, maybe it's more like 10 minutes, but it's been a while since I saw that video, so I'm just kind of guessing a little bit. I did get the first Carnage on the newsstand, and I remember thinking, like, man, I should put this away in case it ever gets, to be valuable. And it's like, Carnage is never going to be fucking valuable. It's like, well, it kind of did a little bit, but. Other ones I had were Amazing Spider-Man 299 and 238, which was the first Hobgoblin, both in absolutely horrible shape. I don't remember where I even got them. Like readable, but and not the staples weren't falling out, and that was about as much as you could say for them. Dog-eared all the shit. And took some pride in dog-earing my comics a little bit, There aren't too many rare Merritt Michaels comics because for some reason most of his comics had print runs over 500,000. His new stuff, I suppose, is actually rare because he prints like 50. So to actually get a copy of a specific, like, Winnie the Pooh parody thing that he's doing, which is what he normally does now, will actually cost you like $100. That's his business model now. Oh, the One More Day thing? As far as I'm concerned, the One More Day thing never happened. I never read it. I just kind of taking everybody's word for it. You could all be gaslighting me. I assume you are. Spider-Man ended when we discovered his clone parents or robot parents or whatever the fuck they were, and I went to read something else. What do I think of Rob Liefeld? Oh, man, that's a loaded question. I think he's a great self-promoter. And I think he knows how to keep his name in people's, like in the forefront of some people's heads. Yeah, and you'll notice I didn't say anything about how he writes or draws or how he is generally as a person. I think he's. I think he's very good at, I don't know, engaging with people and getting them to acknowledge that he exists. Oh, yeah. As long as you don't mind the fact that I'm not any good with the brush and ink, then that's absolutely fine, man. I'm not, a fan of what Jim Lee does either. I mean, you can interpret however you like there, Matthew. Yeah, no, that is one thing I will say is that, Rob Liefeld is better at hyping than just about anybody. I think, spending his entire life in Hollywood has made him kind of the king of the elevator pitch. So he can come up with like a concept he can describe in 10 seconds better than most people. It's just when you ask him to flesh that out or, like to spend longer than 10 seconds on a concept that he starts to fall apart. I mean, like, I haven't kept up a ton on what Jim Lee's been doing. I have no idea exactly what his job is, to be honest, or how he goes about doing it. He kind of just seems like a figurehead, really. I don't think he makes a ton of decisions. In which case, I don't think it's, I don't think it's right for me at least to hate the guy because he doesn't fucking do anything. I don't think he actually has the power to do a whole lot. I know his job title says he does, but like, he hasn't come up with much of anything now, has he? Like what do people think was going to happen when Jim Lee took over? It's like, man, things are going to change around here. It's like, well, nothing did it? It just kind of kept going exactly how it did before, which means he has no say, in my opinion. Come on. Yeah. Well, I mean, he okay. Too many things to comment on there. He gets 35K for a drawing because that's what people are willing to draw or to pay him for one, Same with Silvestri gets 7K per drawing because that's what people want to pay him, etc. I'm not sure what Liefeld gets. I'm pretty sure it's, at least 10. I don't know anything that happened in the New 52, really. Superman, I didn't even know that Superman was dating Wonder Woman. So that's another bit of like, huh, okay, shit. I assumed Lois was still in there somewhere. I guess not. So is that his baby then, the New 52? Like, nobody brings Jim Lee in to revitalize anything. You see the stuff that he's worked on his own. Wildcats didn't get remotely interesting until he left. Stormwatch was an all right concept that needed a much better writer to turn it into something that anybody wanted to buy. What was the thing that he did? It wasn't Ascension. Shit, what was it? Something with religion in the title. I don't remember what it's called now. And I was under the impression before that Jim Lee charged for signatures when he goes to cons. From what I understand, that's not actually the case. He charges for like CGC graded shit, and that's about it. Because like the idea of your superstar artist turned company president who charges for signatures at a con like really pissed me off and it's like, okay, I don't think he does that, so that's fine then. Yeah, no, I don't really argue with that at all, Mark. I have no idea if McFarlane's charges for signatures or not, but I mean, yeah, with the headway, like the momentum that X-Men had going into the 90s, it kind of couldn't fail. Like, it had 4 titles keeping it going. It had that cartoon keeping everything going, and then it had the fucking movies. That was, if anything, what killed the momentum of the X-Men, I think, was the movies. And Marvel didn't, you know, once they got into making their own movies, they went, oh shit, we don't actually own the rights to the X-Men shit, so deprioritize. It's the dumbest fucking shit you ever heard of. Quick, come up with stuff that'll make our stuff less popular. There will never be a scenario where having the X-Men be a priority will be a good idea. Like, both those companies are just run by a bunch of fucking goldfish. You know, like, I'm fine with it, at least for the moment. I still haven't read more than, like, I don't know. I don't think I've read 100 X-Men comics in my life. So it's like, that's okay. You can do all the stupid shit you like. There's good comics I still haven't read. Oh, right, the Inhumans. That's right. They got Majorira to draw the Inhumans? When? When could they afford Majorira after X-Men? I know they got Jay Lee to do it. I have the trade for that, and it was an interesting series. Or at least I remember it being interesting. I can't remember what happens in it, but I'm taking my word for it that it's interesting. No, it's gonna have to be a fucking great, isn't it? Shit, it is too. This is gonna have to be a great viewed from inside of a vent. Fuck, what did I do? Oh god, thank God this panel was small. And Raven's missing this. Let's do it from here. Open it up a little bit. Yeah. Fuck. And I'm out of, yeah, that's right. I'm done smoking too. I was just thinking, like, man, it's a good time to go for a smoke. If I had smokes, I don't though, so we're not doing that. This is kind of the zenith of this book right here, you know? I should be making this, like, I should be making the vanishing point, like, right in the middle here, because, like, this is just where the book converges. Yeah. Okay, what do these fucking guys look like? Okay. Oop, there's our vanishing point there, theoretically. Is that right? That doesn't feel right. That looks a little better. No, I know. I was thinking like that, like the point here is to show like some fucking piled up bodies and stuff, just from like a conceptual point of view. It's like, ooh, yeah, no, let's do it in the middle here. It's like where all of the action is down here, and this is just scenery. That makes total sense. You're right. No, yeah, no, I'm quitting smoking again. I'm 2 full days without smokes, so we're continuing that. You can tell because I'm just unhappy with my life. So this guy seems a little big, actually. Let's take. It's okay. Birthday's coming up in a month. I'll buy me a pack then, and then not have any more after that. That seems like that's just my plan already. You feel free to hide them if you like. Ugh, no, not a fan of pickles. I have gum around here somewhere. Let me get some gum. Hang on. Why does the gum mentally taste like pickles now? You fuck. Sure enough, the only question is whether or not I can concentrate enough to make anything look good. We won't concern ourselves with that at the moment. Is this guy too big? He looks way too fucking big. Shit. Forgot how big these halls are, which is a little bit bigger than they would have to be for that guy to fit into it. Okay, oh. Here, let's theoretically, this should be a door, roughly, I think. I'm not sure if I can do gory in a room full of grates. That's part of the problem. Theoretically, all the gore fell down through the grates. Shit, fuck off. Oh. Well, I don't want to go too overboard with the bodies just yet, because we're gonna have. I did not set myself up for an easy issue this time out, because the last couple of pages of this book are going to be a 2-page spread of Popo with a gigantic pile of fucking bodies. If I'm keeping that, which I'd like to, I just don't know if I can draw it. You know. But I can't undercut that with a whole bunch of bodies to start with here, you know? Okay, well, if we pile a few on, then a little bit smaller than that, just a bit. Oh, I like that one. There will be some greats. There will be a lot of dudes covering up the greats, though. Okay, let's try and draw one or two of these anyway. Shit, that was too big. That's a lot better. He was on the last stream. He was just, I think he was drawing. So remember at the end we mentioned greats, and he went, huh? Yeah, this guy's way too big. Huh. Let's open this up a little bit. Well, he likes to draw a lot anyway. So, yeah, it wouldn't fit in an image exactly. A little bit more like that. Shit, I think I fucked it up with this guy. I'm pretty much just doing layouts here in fucking marker pen. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me right now. This is what no smoking gets me. Just admit she does not give a fuck anymore, I guess. Swear to God, you motherfucker. I was just about to say, if you fucking break my pencil. Was that? Let's see. I can't tell if it's still in there. I don't think it is. Oh no, I'm going to keep drawing. I just do not guarantee the quality that I get out of this. Sorry about the noise. It's still motherfucking broke. Fuck all of it. Try and calm myself down a little bit. Because right now I'm just like in the mood to just scribble whatever on here. This is not a scribble whatever kind of panel though. Where is that gun? Like, where's the model of that gun? Hang on a second. There we go. Hey, Alvin, how you doing, buddy? Technically, UK could be morning. Anywhere past North America, really. Ah, yeah, that's pretty far out there. And I hear they get some heavy storms in the Philippines. So, yeah, I hope you're doing all right there. Ah, get back. No, I do not use any kind of color on background. Or at least I haven't to this point. We'll see in future. And when I say I see, we'll see, I mean, we'll see me keep you doing black and white. But long as you leave the threat of changing things, that's all people need to keep coming back, right? I mean, the image guys would look at the description for this page and be like, why the fuck does this page exist? Just draw a guy jumping and yelling and shooting. And I mean, the thing is, like, actually, in the context of the story, I could have done that. And it would have worked. It wouldn't have been cool. Not really. This would have been pretending to be cool, but I could have done it. No, I mean, I saw the watercolor. I assumed he was asking if I was going to be doing watercolor later on this. And nope, I don't use any kind of color of any kind. I mean, that's, maybe I'm just answering that too literally or something. Like if the question was, these watercolors for like ink washes and shit, then like that wouldn't even have occurred to me. Anything with color in it is like, nope, I'm good, thanks. Gave it the office. Hmm. Not sure what this is anymore. It's not what it was before, which was a leg, like a clerg leg. The side is just kind of confusing with the way the rest of the drawing is right now. So it's just going to be like something full of holes right as it stands right here. Maybe. Where are we? We're like around 2 hours. I mean, you know, I might as well just push through. Yeah, this panel might not end up looking all that great, but it is going to have dialogue over it, and it is going to have grates over top of this. So it honestly, there not being a whole ton of detail here isn't even the worst thing, because it's going to make it a little bit clearer. Nah, that's not right. Hey, Raven, how you doing, buddy? Oh no, it took a while. We were talking about grades like an hour ago. I'm pretty sure, maybe 45 minutes. Maybe that's just how long it took him to find a computer or something. Dude was out in a field somewhere. Just like caught it on the wind, sniffing like, great. Sure. Like the idea of like Ed Raven, like just like a shaking deer in a house somewhere, needing to find an internet connection to find the greats. As long as you guys are happy, you know. That's a bit much. That's a bit better. What is going on here? Where's this alt? It seems like there is some kind of vanishing point here that I'm just ignoring in some of these lines. So hang on a second here. Where'd my fucking eraser go? Do I just not get to erase anymore? Is that the deal? I had one a minute ago. Oh, there you are. Didn't even notice it fall off. I'm pretty sure there's a clause for that, yes. Is it right? It's not right. How is that not right? I'm doing because I'm trying to do it on the other side of the fucking shadow, I think. I think here won't matter too much. We're actually doing this the other way, so that like shadow won't be working against me for once. Not sure what to do with this now. I feel like I drew a thing without really having anywhere to go with it. Hmm. That's still way too big, but okay. I've kind of resigned myself to this page having a bunch of whited on it already. Fuck's sake, stay still. Motherfucking. Why is my arm that no? Like, why is this arm up here getting sore? Because it's holding on way too fucking tight to the ruler. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for at this point. Just like a lot of ink that may or may not add up to much of anything. I think once I put the vents in place, that'll kind of, I don't think it'll make it more clear what's going on, but I think it'll obfuscate the right things maybe. I'll take that. It does not feel like anything out of Akira. It feels like I'm drawing lines and hoping they turn into something eventually. That is one thing, is that the center of the speed lines is so tight up at the top here that it all just kind of bleeds together, and it really does feel like, yeah, like the ending shot of Akira, where it's just the bubble like of speed lines. I mean, I'd be down, but like I'm not the guy to come up with music for anything. I don't really listen to music on my own anymore. Like I stopped listening to music on my way to work. I used to bring in earbuds and like crank that shit up, and then I had like a whole bunch of series of episodes of Vertigo that I'm pretty sure go back to that actually. And my left ear is a little bit permanently fucked up. It's not too bad, but like I've had a couple of episodes since. So like I just don't listen to anything on the way to work anymore. And that was kind of my main time for listening to music. Can't do it when I'm editing because I can't concentrate on what's being said in the video. Can't do it when I'm recording, obviously. A lot of the other times, if I'm doing something else, I'm watching something. I'm not going to listen to it then either. But the only time I listen to music is when I'm drawing, and because I draw on YouTube, I can't have it be anything that would be copyrighted. So it doesn't even exist really to me. It's just kind of like, yeah, this sounds like music to me, so let's go with that, I guess. Bit of a drag, but I'm hoping by the time I'm done, at least they'll never be able to say about me that he was lazy on his grades. That's what I want on my tombstone. The man never met a grade he wouldn't draw. All right, okay. Thanks for stopping by, man. You have a good night. I'm curious if he had a birthday or something recently, like if he recently hit 50, because that was the implication. Which Contra are we talking about? Is there Contra after Super NES? That's the last time I know about anything about Contra. Getting there. Okay. All right. I mean, it doesn't surprise me or anything. I assume anything that was a title, like of an original title that was ever successful, has been remade countless times. Okay, so let's figure out some vents here. A centimeter at a time seems good. Keep it Canadian. Shit. Well, fuck. Maybe I will, brain. Maybe I will. Okay, so maybe we'll do something a little skinnier than. Okay, I think we're just going to eyeball it a bit here. All right. Yeah, let's do this with some actual ink here. Okay, the great suction panel is underway. Actually, that's not a bad idea at some point. I'm going to have to actually work out the perspective if I ever decide to do that, because it didn't really work on this. There's a lot of fake perspective and just kind of like hoping something worked. And sometimes it kind of did, and sometimes it kind of didn't. Okay. Of course, if you do it as a cover, you also have room, it's a much bigger space. So you got to include more small grates in the background. Like up in like the vents here and everything. This is what everybody wanted all issue. This is the fan service. And again, it's the kind of fan that has like a vent in front of it when we're talking about fan service. I appreciate that. I would very much like to hear that. Yeah, I still got to try giving another shot to the writing a song at some point. Yeah, I think we can do this again. Hang on. Actually, feels like it'll help me a little bit. Yeah, just yeah, that'll all blend together. That's fine. Okay. It's not terrible. So, oh, I'm going to lose the thing holding this up. Hang on. That's the entirety of the page. So each panel on its own, not necessarily the best panel ever. This one's still pretty good. As a whole, I kind of dig the overall. Yeah, this whole thing could kind of work as its own cover too. Let's see here. Just clean up the edges a little bit. I'm whiting out eraser. That's the name of my autobiography, by the way. Oh, that. Oh yeah, I was going to do a couple of streams coming up from these two. All right, I'm going to call that a night because I think we actually finished the fucking page, which I was starting to think that wasn't going to happen. So that's a victory. Again, elements I would change. Well, elements I would hope that I could do better at some point. Just not tonight. I don't got it better in me tonight, but I think it all comes together okay. So I'm gonna bug out and make me some food. And we're throwing smoking. And yet not. Okay. I'm gonna turn you off. Thank you. All right. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I appreciate it.
Hello again. This is Jeff Loomis here to introduce
Oh, shoot.
the latest sonic weapon, the Devil's
It's
Triad.
Jeff Loomis. Shit, who'd have thought? I don't know who that is. All right. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'll see you on Sunday, and I'll see you in the Discord and all that shit. All right. Have a good one, guys.